Our moderator for session number 2 is Pinakin Patel. And as you heard earlier, Pinakin is world leader in hydrogen and fuel cell technologies. So Pinakin, please, would you moderate our next session? Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate
it. So still good morning, and hopefully the first session really energized. It definitely did to me. I mean, every speaker was telling me something I was always interested to learn or hear about. So there's a lot of opportunities for maybe break and networking. I certainly look forward to speaking with my panel co-speakers. Okay. I'm really happy to introduce you to the next session is on sustainability. The way I look at it is sustainability, innovation, and technology. They're sort of a pyramid. Okay. And you can look at one side at a time, and you have to move the pyramid to look at the other side. Or a coin where you see the first side, you can't see the other side, but the coin takes both the sides. So hopefully these 3 panels that we have creates a good overview of portfolio of where the problems are, where the opportunities are. With that, I'd like to introduce you. So we have in sustainability panel 3 speakers, Dr. Gowda, Malali Gowda, Niranjan Khatri, and Aditya Pundir. This 3 speakers brings in 3 different angles, from the technology side to how to implement and also policy side. I think we are really having a good combination. With that, I would introduce the first speaker, Dr. Gowda, and he's a professor, but what I like to share with you is the 2 things that he is proud of his contribution. Okay. One of that is how do you convert dry land to green forest? And I think that's amazing, and the success story there is really great. In India, they have created a group of volunteers in all the states, and that has influenced starting of resulting dry land into millions of plants. So that's a really super achievements, and his journey he will share with us. And you have to start for the big picture, but you have to come down to nano level and genome level, DNA level, all those big buzzwords. We'll probably get some nice learning. So he's expert at sequencing of genomes, so make the plants to do work for you that you want them to do. And that technology he learned and then brought it to India. So with that, I'll invite Dr. Gowda.
I think a year ago, I carry this because that's what I'm going to speak. Next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and whatever you have written there, I think the great concept, I discovered something in my village, Western Ghats of India. So it's a jewel of life, rainforest, and I innovate. And then I taken this across the world. In the same thing, I was in the US for 10 years. We did propagated the same thing in the US and transfer. I think I transferred across the world. So, excuse me. So I work on again, I said I'm not going to the second one. I do the sequencing of all of you in 24 hours in Bengaluru. That's the technology. I was in the US, the rice genome sequencing, human genome sequencing, along with Craig Witter group. So you heard about genome sequencing 10 years ago. I do work with a medical school, agriculture, and even environment. But incidentally, I created an organization called DNA Life. So because on the life on the planet Earth, is what we know is the DNA. Every organism, take human, microorganism, plants. It's a very great coincidence. So what I'm showing you that my village, I hope, yeah, so this is my village that's called Rhine Hill. This is a legendary situated in that. So I grew up there as a village boy, so a jungle boy. So I think across the world. I went across the world. Everywhere I saw is the destruction, destruction. So very short period in my village, I think 4 hours from here, so rainforest is cleared along with my journey till today. So, but as an innovator, I learned from my father how to plant because I was a kid. My father used to teach how to plant around the bunds. So I took that. So we can able to transform. The idea is, I'm asking everybody in this room, we had this earth, most of the part of the earth, we created desert, most of India going to be a desert very soon unless we act. So very micro. But technology, can we have a technology to transform it back? If you go to the rainforest in the winter, in tropical zone, so very highly productive, either plants, microorganisms, everything multiplies, very critical for climate change. So anything you want to do it in the tropical regions. It sucks anything you want, CO2, or a temperature reduction from 50 degree to 27 degree. I have seen the great technology, there is a plant. It captures sun, and the simple question, can we transform? Yes, I have a technology, we can transform very easily within 5 years, not like a generation time. This is my village 30 years back, and is situated in where the rainforest is located. We see everything, every agriculture problems, water problem, even human-elephant conflict. So because there is no food for the elephant, it's the largest animal on the terrestrial area. Very sad to see. They are dying because they come to the human habitat. So given this, I was doing PhD, my MS University, Baroda, in India, 2000. Along with my journey of genome sequencing, I went back to my village, why we are destroying the genomes of all the organisms, including plants, animals. So simple, went back to the people, they are not studied. They are farmers, they have great knowledge. I said they are very jewel for the knowledge culture. So I asked the question, why we are destroying the nature? Okay, simple. Yes, they said, you tell me what to do. We have done it. I know we have done it, mistake. Tell us what to do, you are educated. So, so simple, both, because we cannot just teach the kids. It has to be a win-win situation. Father and a son, they should work together, because my kids tell me, Dad, you already destroyed it. You cannot pass it on to us. So the most people, education means you go to the kids, because the kids take 20 years. They come to independently execute the work. So we have to work elderly from retirement or 80, 90 years to 5 years. So that is my work zone, population, social system. So this is what the land, every part of the land, there was a forest. People use it for fuel before all this fossil fuel. So you can see there's a granite, the 80% granite. You can come and visit if anybody want to witness. 80% granite, maybe 20% granules. It's not, there is no soil. So I don't have time. It is there in the website, full presentation, 1 hour presentation available in the website. So we have invented some of the local methods. So ficus plant, both Buddha did the meditation. You must have heard about the tree. Like the ficus is the keystone species in the forest. So you cut the tree, branch, you plant it. Next year will be a tree. You don't need to plant a sapling. It takes 10, 20 years. So we did that. And also we did the sapling, collected from forest department, planted. And so we use the community resources. You have to empower them. Yes, this is our line. We have to live. We have to sustain. So if you tell them, that's called real education for me, not you study, go genome study, sell all these. So there was a problem, water shortage, everything. So we wanted to overcome. So we use the community. Again, I used my CS fellowship, PhD fellowship to invest on nursery. I have not taken any government support, nobody funded, myself. And people, willpower is actually taken as an organization. So again, I'm showing you back 2000, okay? This was our organization board. It's not able to see properly here, but within 5 years, this was the result. I could not really, so that's what I was in the US. Of course, I was 10 years, I spent time on sequencing rice genome. Rice is not a food crop in US, but it's a crop grown in Asia, particularly India. We eat every day. But I came back to do that, and parallelly, I come from rainforest. When I studied across, of course, US has a forest, but it's mostly monoculture. That's what I think morning we had a discussion, forest fire. Because rainforest, the combination of trees, what is that called? Fire cannot move one to another. So that is why fire is always less in the tropical regions. If you make forest, you cut it, you make a grassland, of course the grass will catch the fire. So this is, again, I was sitting in the US, Ohio State. I navigated this in my village. So 20 years almost. And so within 5 years, they all transformed. And this was my picture, actually, somebody taken it. So this is actually, you can able to transform. So, and we planted economically important plants because they have to grow fast. And most of this afforestation is done by birds. The birds goes miles and miles. So if you go, you see anywhere in the bird migration, they go miles. They bring the seeds, particularly sandalwood. Where you are starting today is November 1, is second. Yesterday was the Karnataka. The name of the state is called sandal, Gandhada Gudi. If you read the literature, the best sandal come from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu area. And we can't propagate by human. It's done by birds. This is the tree, and birds, they sit there, enjoy, and the birds' droppings will have sandal saplings. And we got this thousands of them in around 30-acre area. If you come back to my place, it's totally more than a few 100,000 sandalwood plants they come up, they own, without even planted single one. So you can think reforestation can be done by no. It has to be by birds. So we just a habitat created for birds to come and lay the foundation for reforestation. And this was 2 years back. People go and celebrate. Across the world, people came. How this granite, the rock can be converted. So with this, we can able to convert deserts into a rainforest. I met UAE, Saudi, some director 2 days back. They visit our university. Hey, why are you a desert? I asked them, you have fossil fuel getting. That means once upon a time you are a rainforest. Then that is the reason you are getting a fossil fuel, because some reason Earth underwent transformation. So can we create it back? So I'm going to visit there. And also we have in North India, so a lot of deserts. So this is a solution only if we create, because it brings 27 degree. I know there are a lot of technologies. I'm not denying on that. But the technology in front of me, it is the forest. So the one creating employment, I mean, you have a land, 90% land is occupied by human. So there is no government forest land, maybe 10%. I don't want to invest my time on 10%. I have to invest on 90%. So I want to convert farmers' land into a forest, create a forest, under that create agriculture, and then live with that. So my vision is to, the aeroplane, you all came from, right? 10 kilometers from where I'm standing, 10 kilometers. If you reach, I know you cannot grow. You can create an environment, what is there in the Antarctica or Arctic, right away here. So we can grow using trees. What redwood, it go 250 feet. Using trees, which multidimensional, it grows. And also you can grow vegetables. You use artificial intelligence, harvesting, packing, because most of you cannot cannot export because the human harvesting. Use the robots to harvest, packing, and export. So that's I'm working. This has already been farmers that implemented. So already our first crop already harvested, I think first or second. People are getting, lakhs of rupees from this, apart from agriculture. So there is a great avenue on this. So this is what the tropical regions, which we can able to convert. We can able to recycle the whole energy and biomass. I'm not going in detail. A lot of hills, And we do the community-based. We need a lot more work on this. Anybody interested, please join your place in India itself. I'm not telling you come back to my village. I will tell you, go back to your village. Next 5 years, you can bring back the water. So we made the water to come back. So you come to my village, 20 feet water, even in the drought period. So the drought proofing can happen, according to my estimation, through reforestation. There is a solution for conflict. You don't need to fight for water. So I work with a lot of volunteers, different parts of the world. Again, Dr. Raj, I was not knowing. So we visited his village. So we propagated and tested, vibrated on this. So a lot of energy in the people, but you need to drive that. And we have volunteers with go to local languages. You can't use the English as monotonous. If you go to the villages, they don't know English. You are going with a different culture, so it cannot go to implement. So we have I think, a great tool, WhatsApp now. It have languages, so we use that media, and it's awarded with Abdul Kalam. I was in the city in the US. They got award and this year in the US, Boston. So they selected 2 people on the environment, one for the plastic, the guy degraded from Europe, so one from me. So where the key things, you can able to recreate it back. And also you increase the vegetation. That's sort of biodiversity. So that's the end of it. Thank you so much. You look forward.